What's going on, guys? It's your boy ATFCOBRA. Today I wanted to bring you guys some G53 gameplay. It's going to be some great gameplay, but it's just going to be for the background. Today I want to talk to you guys about a very interesting topic that I found on Battlefield Wiki's actual website. Basically, Battlefield Wiki, if you guys don't ever use it, it's basically just everything you need to know about Battlefield. And basically, the question, one topic I found very interesting was what do you think the classes in Battlefield 4 should be like? Like me personally, I don't really care as long as it's fun, but some players really do, think into it. Maybe I actually I do care. I really care about the classes because I don't want to actually go in there and just stick to one class, like I kind of do in Battlefield 3. Even though it's not saying that the other classes are useless, it's just saying there's got to be some more interesting classes than just the assault class that has every weapon that you want to use and that's it. And here is a actual class list by Shadow Ranger, and this is actually a very good class list. Actually, it was back in 2012 when he named it, and I think Battlefield 4 is gonna stick with the same classes, but if they do tweak, I hope some of these tweaks go along this way. So let me get into it, as you guys are probably waiting for me to explain and get into it further. But basically, Shadow Ranger says that for the assault class, there should only be assault rifles and sidearms with C4 or any other explosives, and a radar jammer, basically a new weapon that jams the radar of all those of the opposite team inside of their effective range, or a spawn beacon. So he's thinking the assault class should switch to the spawn with the spawn beacon instead of the recon, which kind of would work, but at the same time you wouldn't see too many people using it because they want to use that health kit. They want to regenerate their health a little bit. They want that fast-paced gameplay, and this might slow things down just a tad bit, but I'm not too sure. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Be sure to leave your comments below. I'm going to keep going down the list and explain further as well, and give you guys my thoughts into this as well. And the engineer class, he feels it should have SMGs and your sidearm, of course, and a repair tool with a drone and a hacking device. Basically, all these new weapons allow you to control enemy drones and certain pilotable vehicles, but not to the extent that you can actually pilot any vehicle just by using a little drone or anything like that, but something along those lines, because I think Battlefield 4 might implement some drones into their actual game. But even though it's not hinted, but there might be some of it, because even though we are in the near future, there are drones that are out there that you can actually kind of use in battle, but aren't used in battle as of yet. But I definitely want to see it happen. I want to see some type of drones that you're able to use in this game, and hopefully Battlefield 4 does that, or allows us to actually use drones that can kind of change the way the Battlefield plays a little bit. And also the support class should include light machine guns and your sidearm, of course, an ammo box, and a grenade launcher. Now I'm not too fond of the grenade launcher, especially with your ammo box, but I'm guessing he wants you to be able to swap out your grenade launcher with your ammo box, so you don't have unlimited supply of grenade launchers. That all just seems like a very bad idea. So I'm guessing he's guessing the same thing, so that's why he said it's now an accessory. And a radar amplifier, basically a radar amplifier, just a new weapon, identifies anything that comes into its effective range, whether it be vehicles or a soldier, anyone that comes into that effective range. And this would change the support class a lot more, and it would help the support class as well, because with the support class you don't want to be running around with a big light machine gun, and you're gonna win a lot more battles if you're playing the support class in a much slower pace. And I think he's going about this the right way. If you have a radar that's gonna help you and your teammates to guard one area, that's gonna help the support class for, because that's what it's more suited for, a defensive role. So that would definitely help. And I like this great invention that he says the radar should be switched, just like the radar. I'm going blank on the radar that you can use for the recon, but there should be another deployable amplifier that allows you to do this, but in a radius where you could kind of see people that come in and out, whether they're sprinting or not. Even though this would act like a mini radar, this would definitely help. And of course there should be a counterbalance to that as well. And the scout class, he says there should be sniper rifles, of course, a sidearm, and a pair of high zoom binoculars, which are great for spotting, which would be awesome. I definitely want some binoculars, especially when you're playing as recon, because your high powered sniper rifle can only zoom so much, so there's only so much that you can see on the battlefield. But using binoculars is really going to change things a little bit. You're going to be able to spot for your teammates and really help out your teammates, and that's what the sport class is there for, or the scout classes. Therefore, it's really more for reconnaissance and scouting and helping your teammates. So the binoculars are gonna help, and a smoke grenade, which I thought was fantastic. A smoke grenade which will help you go from cover to cover, you know, making it a little bit easier for snipers to get through, especially when there's tanks. You know, as a sniper in just about every previous battlefield except for Bad Company 2, where you have a C4, as a sniper you feel a little bit helpless, you know, against vehicles. You can't really damage vehicles, you can't do any type of physical damage to them. So I'm thinking, you know, instead of being able to damage them, why not be able to hide yourself and get away from certain, you know, vehicles? Not to say, you know, to completely aid snipers to get away and make them almost invincible against vehicles, but to help them and escape, because there's no way to defend yourself, you know, from vehicles as a sniper. So this is a great necessity that I think should be implemented in Battlefield 4 as well. And also, what else did he say? Camera spike for watching your back. This probably goes back to Call of Duty Black Ops. That's why he was thinking of a camera spike. I'm not really too fond of that idea, but definitely does actually kind of help. And the last but not least, something, you know, the best is saved for last. The medic class should have machine pistols, a sidearm, medical kit, special grenade, and a stun grenade, which should be used for stunning opponents, and a flash grenade. Everything I'm all in favor for except for the flash grenade, because I don't like being blind in the battle, even though it's more realistic. And in battles you're gonna find yourself blinded, you know, if you're, you know, running against other tactical enemies. And I think that the medic class should be used for a little bit more faster pace, you know, class, you know, with weapons that are more faster paced, that allows you to get from one area to the other, so you can kind of get to one teammate to the other, and, you know, actually reviving your teammates. So that's definitely a plus, you know, instead of having the assault with, you know, just all the beefy weapons and being able to dominate and run out all over the map. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to leave a thumbs up. The video is just about wrapping up. I do thank you guys for watching, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Peace.